What up? What up? What up? Ladies and gents, boys and girls, you are now tuned in to a brand new video of Sportsway with Dre Dave podcast. I'm your host with the most, the Hood's ESPN, Crystal Street's very own, Dre Day. What's up? What's up? What's up? Once again, thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. If you haven't already, right there on the bottom of the screen, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Almost at 800 subscribers, almost at 800. Again, hit that notification bell as well, so that way once a video is uploaded to the tube, you will get a notification letting you know that your boy has dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment if you want, tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. This video here, the WNBA Finals is done. The WNBA season is complete. And of course, there's only one team that is crowned the champ, and a new dynasty has reigned supreme. And that would be the Las Vegas Aces, making light work out of the Phoenix Mercury. Get the brooms, sweep them out of here. The Las Vegas Aces are your three-time WNBA champs by beating the Phoenix Mercury 4-0 in the 2025 WNBA Finals. I, for one, am surprised. I actually had this series going in 5 games, actually. So, some people looked at this as some people said it was going to go 6. Some people said it was going to go 7. I actually thought it would go 5 games. The Aces did exactly what I knew they was going to do. They was going to hold court at home. They was going to win both games at home. I thought Phoenix would be able to squeeze one game in their building. And I actually thought it was going to be game 3. I thought that was going to be the game that they actually won, and then the Aces would win game 4, and then they would go back to their crib to close it out in 5. But the Aces said, nope, I got something better for you, D. We're going to close them out in 4 games. And they did that. I just felt that, the first 2 times that the Aces won their championship, they won them on the road. Okay. So I thought the 3rd time around, they'll be able to do it in front of their fans, in front of their home crowd. I thought they would win it back at the crib in game 5. But again, game 4 was a different element. And especially with Satousabally not being able to play due to a concussion protocol that she sustained in game 3, it was only fitting and it was very necessary for the Aces to say, you know what? One of their big 3 is wounded. Let's finish this now. Let's not even give them any type of momentum. Let's get them out of here now. And they did just that. I will say the Phoenix Mercury were formidable opponents. I do know a lot of people. They had this thing when it pertains to Kahleahcopper that she wasn't clutch and she wasn't this and she wasn't that. I always knew she was a baller. I always knew she was. And I remember people saying that she won a championship in 2021. Like, how long has that been? What have you done for me lately? To a degree, that's right. But in this series, there's only so much you can do, right? And for me, when it comes to the Phoenix Mercury, I felt that she did her part. She handled her business. But in game 4, the emotions definitely got to the Phoenix Mercury. I mean, Alyssathomas, she's always complaining, always complaining. And I know that we like to get at Caitlin Clark for her complaining, when it pertains to refs. But Alyssathomas ain't that far away. I guess because uh how can I say this? She's so strong with it, it gets swept under the rug. But no, she do a lot of complaining as well. Okay. She does a lot of complaining. And yeah, so Kahleahcopper did her part. Alyssathomas did her part. Recorded another triple double in the WNBA Finals, but unfortunately, once again, she's on the losing end of a WNBA Finals, making her 0-3 in the WNBA Finals. I feel for Satousabally though. I'm not gonna hold you. For her to be in her first WNBA Finals and for her to sustain that concussion the way she did, it didn't look good at first. It didn't look good, but it was good to know that she was able to get up and walk it off. And something told me she wasn't going to play in game 4. Something told me she wasn't. And my theory was right. But good season across the board for the Phoenix Mercury, because when the season first started and this team was assembled, I tried to tell people that Phoenix was going to be a problem. Did I think they was going to make the finals? No, but I did think that they wasn't going to make it easy for anybody that, had desires of making it to the finals. I didn't think they would make it, but I was like that they're not going to be an easy out. But, you know, luck landed on their side. They took out the Liberty and dang, was it 5 games or 4 games? Shit, I forgot. But they took out the Liberty. Yeah, 5 games. They took out the Liberty in 5 games. They took out the Lynx in 4 games. Hook or crook, some people gonna say, oh, they only won because Nafisa got hurt, yada, yada, yada. Listen, you do what you got to do. You don't feel sorry for the Lynx. You got to take them out. And they did that. And then they go up against the superior, battle-tested, championship pedigreed Las Vegas Aces, and it was just too much for them. It's that simple. But as it pertains to the Aces, like it says in the thumbnail, a new dynasty is here. I've been watching the WNBA since its existence, and there have only been, prior to the Aces, there have only been 2 dynasties. Okay, and that would be the Houston Comets, who had won like 4 championships in a row when the WNBA first started. Like they won like the first 4 championships. Then the tenure of the Minnesota Lynx with Maya Moore, Lindsay Whalen, Simone Augustus, Sylvia Fowles, Rebecca Bronson, Cheryl Reeve. They won 4 championships. And I think it was I'm trying to remember. It was a 7 or 11-year span, if I'm not mistaken. It was around a 7 to 11-year span that they won 4 championships, making them a dynasty just off their long tenure. And now you got the Las Vegas Aces, who have won 3 championships in 4 years. Could have been 4 straight had they not lost to the Liberty last year in the semifinals. And to think, with the season that the Aces had, and they even made jokes about it, like if you go watch some of the videos on the WNBA page or probably on their page, like when they're backstage celebrating winning a championship, and and they getting their camera time, they joking around saying that, oh, we was 500 at the All-Star break. We got beat by 53 points, which basically I think that ass whooping basically saved them. I think that ass whooping to the Link in August humbled them, because after that, they just went on a killing spree. I think it was 17, 18 games in a row that they won. And then they went from, I think, being a 7th or 6th seed all the way to the 2nd seed of the playoffs. And to be able to pull this off, I think it's commendable. I do think it's commendable. Asia Wilson proved once again that she is without a doubt the best WNBA player in the world, contrary to popular belief. Um, I know, there's a particular fan base out there that likes to think that Caitlin Clark is the best player in the world. No, she's not. She might be the most popular, but she's not the best player in the world. You have to win to be considered the best player in the world. And unfortunately, she hasn't done that yet. Okay. Exceptional talent, but far from best in the world. Far from it. Um, Asia Wilson put on a clinic each game. Obviously game 3, we everybody has this uh photo of the iconic shot. Basically her game-winning shot against the Phoenix Mercury. She basically scored on Dewana Bonner and Alyssathomas. So, people is saying that how she's the first player in, I don't know if it's history or WNBA history, to hit a walk-off shot against a married couple. So, shit like that, it's hilarious. I'm glad I'm glad they're having some humor with it. But she's been showing how great she's been since she's been in the league. And I think now it is time. And I actually said this in my TikTok video that I posted after the game. I think it's now time that GOAT conversation, Asia Wilson's name, it's time for her name to get thrown in there. It's time. Uh 4 WNBA MVPs, 3 WNBA championships, 2 WNBA Finals MVPs, 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Her resume is impeccable. Her resume is insane. So listen, Maya Moore, Candace Parker, Diana Taurasi, Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Leslie. Those are some of the names that people throw around for the GOAT. Well, they got to make room now for Asia Wilson because she's definitely in that conversation. And the spooky part is she's not even 30 yet. I think next year she turns 30. So I honestly don't see this Aces team breaking up. For some reason, their core is still there. Asia is not going anywhere. Jackie Young, I'm sure, isn't going anywhere. Chelseagray, shout out to her because she played phenomenal in these playoffs. Because I remember, what was it, 2 years ago against the Liberty, people was calling for her to retire. They were saying she was washed. And last year, she didn't have that great of a playoffs, but this year she was healthy and she showed out right when she needed to. And it was definitely in these playoffs, especially in this series. Like she was hitting some clutch shots, whether it was from the 2-point line or behind the tray, whether it was against Indiana and definitely against uh the Mercury. She hit a couple of clutch 3-point shots. She hit a couple of them in game 3 and game 4 as well. So shout out to chelseagray, the point guard. Like I said, Jackie Young, uh, one of the best point guard, one of the best guards in the league. Always killing it. She was actually my pick for the finals MVP before the series started. Before the series started, obviously I had the Aces winning, but I had Jackie Young as my MVP. But I mean, with the numbers that Asia was putting up, you just couldn't ignore it. You just couldn't ignore it. Jewelloyd, the Gold Mamba. Uh, Listen, this is somebody who was in Seattle and people thought that her career was done. And then they make this miraculous trade where it was, I think it was a 3-team trade. It was Seattle, the Aces, and the Sparks that sent Jewelloyd to the Aces, sent Kelsey Plum to the Sparks, and I forgot what Seattle got out of it or whatever. But listen, the first part of the season didn't look too good for her. It didn't. It looked like she did not mesh well with them at all. I guess we was all waiting for that Jewelloyd that was in Seattle to pop up, but it just didn't. But towards the latter end of the season, you know, she adjusted her game and made some key shots for them in the regular season, in the postseason, and definitely got them some key shots in the playoffs. And now she's a multi WNBA champion now. She was very emotional at the end of the game, hugging Becky Hammon. Basically, she was basically letting it be known that I guess people basically left her for dead. And now she, I guess, like she said at the podium, she made it to the promised land, which is with the Aces and now winning another WNBA championship. Naisa Smith, she's another one. She was in Indiana, didn't work out there. Wound up getting traded to Dallas, didn't work there. But obviously, I knew that wasn't going to work because you're playing alongside your girl. You already be distracted when you was playing against her when you was in Indiana and she was in Connecticut. So now that you're going to be playing alongside of her, do I expect it to work out? Do I expect you to be completely focused? Of course not. So it didn't work. She winds up getting traded to the Aces, and that's when I knew she was going to be beneficial and she was going to be able to show out because now you're going to a team where there's no distractions. You're going to a team that is for me it's like equivalent to a player that isn't focused and not taking shit serious, and then they go to the Patriots because there's you go to them, there's only one goal, that's to win the championship. So for her to leave Dallas and then now come to Vegas, you're now going to a team where you have a legitimate chance to win a championship. You better buckle down. You better take your craft seriously. And that's exactly what she did in these playoffs. Like she played a very, very big role in the Aces winning this championship. For sure, for sure. Like if you think it was just Asia and Chelsea and Jackie, you're sadly mistaken. Dana Evans, she's another one. Like the role players for the Aces definitely made their mark. Naisa Smith made her mark. Dana Evans made her mark. You know, she was, viewed as a lost cause in Chicago. Leaves them, comes to the Aces. This is the happiest we've ever seen her. And again, she's another one. Played a key part in the Aces winning this WNBA championship. So, yeah, congratulations to the Aces. Becky Hammon continues to ascend as one of the great coaches in the history of the WNBA. When you think of Mount Rushmore, because everybody has this fascination with creating a Mount Rushmore for WNBA coaches. If we're going to create a Mount Rushmore for WNBA coaches, Becky Hammon is up there now. Obviously, it's only 4 heads that go up there. So I would say, obviously, Van Chancellor with those 4 championships with the Comets, he's definitely up there. Cheryl Reeve is up there with the 4 championships for the Minnesota Lynx. Becky Hammon is now up there with her 3 championships. And then that 4th head, that one is debatable. That's debatable. Do we put Bill Lambert up there? Do we put Michael Cooper up there? Fitting that somebody from the Showtime Lakers or the Bad Boy Pistons will be fighting for that last spot for Mount Rushmore coaches. But yeah, I think it's 3 spots that's a lock for Mount Rushmore of coaches in the WNBA. I think 3 spots is a lock. And then that 4th one, that's debatable. But that's a conversation for another day. But yes, congratulations to the Las Vegas Aces for making easy work out of the Phoenix Mercury. Before I go, I gotta say this, man. Alissathoma, this is your third trip to the big one. And once again, you're 0-3. You have an amazing resume. Triple double machine. You've been in multiple MVP conversations, never been able to win one. And then now you get to the big one again and you lose. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. You're a great player, no doubt, but at some point, you got to win the big one. And you couldn't even win a game in this one. Y'all got swept. Y'all got out of there quick. They made light work out of y'all. That's embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But hey, what's the old term? Is always next year, some shit like that. But we gonna see though, because again, like I said, I don't see this Aces team going anywhere. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about the Aces winning. Some people say, oh, they wish Kelsey Plum was still with the team. Well, she made that decision. She wanted to leave. She wanted to go somewhere else. She wanted to be the top dog somewhere else. And unfortunately, with her leaving and her first season gone, the Aces won the championship. But again, her career is already set. It's not like she didn't win when she was with the Aces and then she leaves and then they start winning. Nah, she made her mark. She made her mark. She got her championships. Her name is already solidified as one of the top guards in the league. But again, as it pertains to these Aces, I don't see them going anywhere. I don't see them going anywhere. I don't see Jackie. I don't see their core squad going anywhere. And as long as their core squad don't go anywhere, as long as they can keep some of those role players on the bench there, I wouldn't be surprised if the Aces is back in the finals next year. But we gonna see. We are definitely gonna see. But before I go, I gotta say this, and I knew this was gonna happen. I actually said it in my prediction episode when I broke down the finals. Did I not say that Kathy Engelbert was going to get booed? I said whoever wins the championship, obviously the commissioner has to give that team the trophy. So obviously the commissioner will be in the building for that last game. Them boos that she got in Phoenix was crazy. I was at work and I was watching it, and them it was like she was in WWE getting crazy heat, trying to talk through all the boos. That shit was hilarious. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And I knew that was gonna happen. I knew that was gonna happen. Like once Nafisa put out that report, when Nafisa made that splash in that press conference, I was like, oh, it's a wrap for Kathy when the finals come. Because once the finals is over, she has to present that trophy to somebody, which means she's gonna have to get on the mic and talk. And I knew it was not gonna end well for her. And that's exactly what happened last night. She needed to just quit. She needed to just resign. I'm sorry. They don't want you as commissioner. Obviously, the fans ain't rocking with you right now. So your best bet is to just resign and let's get somebody in there that's a real commissioner that's going to do right by the W, because this is like a tax write-off for you. You haven't really been doing anything. But again, congrats to the Las Vegas Aces on winning their third championship in 4 years. Congratulations on becoming the new dynasty of the WNBA. And yeah, that's basically it. And again, like I said, Ajawilson is in the GOAT conversation. If you thought she was teetering before, oh no. she's at the table now. Like she's definitely at that GOAT table. There's only a few that can sit there, but there's another chair that has to be positioned there, and that would be Ajawilson. But thank y'all for y'all continued support of the podcast. It's a wrap for this. Keep it going, keep it growing, keep it flowing. Again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, Sportswear with Dre Day Podcast. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell. So that way, once a video is on the tube, you will get a notification letting you know that I dropped a new video. Like the video, share the video, leave a comment if you want. Tell a friend to tell a friend. In closing, y'all know how this goes. This has been another video of Sportswear with Dre Day Podcast. Catch y'all on the flip side. God bless. Peace and love. Your boy is out of here.